So one of the unique things we're doing is responding to a very important challenge in agroecology. That is changing the mindset of the people. What really has happened is that we are working with elderly farmers, a group of farmers who have lived with the tradition of slashing and burning, hoeing, keeping the soil completely naked. And now we are changing the practices to conform with the agroecological practices. So all that we have been doing is bringing the practitioners here, showing them the processes and the value. But then we realize that if we don't take care, we'll continue to be confronted with the challenge of still changing the mindset of the elderly, changing the mindset of the elderly producers. So we have also targeted the young ones right from the basic schools through to the agricultural colleges. We have been bringing them here to show them, especially at the basic level, primary school, junior high school, to give them an exposition.
The preference study shows that about 87% of the people who have been exposed to our technologies, our agroecological technologies, have expressed the desire to adopt and to scale it at their farm level. And that percentage is very high. So we are very, very hopeful that with additional support in terms of funding, we will be able to scale out these agroecological practices to other areas.
We are now in the dry season, and as you can see, most crops have now been wintered. But look, when you look at this crop, you can see it looks fresh, like we are in the rainy season. So it's good we all practice this agroecology project because it will help us as farmers and also reduce cost.
The good things happening here, you are all part of the game. So we have to uphold our commitment. We have to hold it fast and be able to get it to a lot more people, not just around the vicinity, not just within the partnership group, but especially you in the department. All your colleagues are everywhere, and we expect that you get them to see, to hear.
So one of the challenges we have encountered is the fact that many of the farmers we are working with don't have access to land. They are not the original owners of the land. And then by doing agroecological practices, you are improving the soil, and then you intend to use the soil into the future. But if the farmers are not sure that they are going to have access to the land when the land is improved tomorrow, then it becomes very difficult for them to invest in improving the soil today. So one of the things we have encountered is that access to land is a big challenge to many farmers, especially those who are not indigenous in the areas.
PAPISHE, or the Promoting Agroecological Practices for Improved Maize Production and a Healthy Environment project, is an initiative aimed at changing farming in the Achoma-Wabenja South District. Established at CD, the project focuses on agroecological practices that enhance sustainability, increase yields, and benefit the environment. A strong partnership supports PAPISHE, the Center for No-Till Agriculture, the Crop Research Institute, and the National Association of Farmers and Fishermen Award Winners Association of Ghana have teamed up with the ECOWAS Agroecology Program. This initiative is backed by the European Union and the French Development Agency, all working towards combating climate change and ensuring food security for the future. Dr. Kofi Boa is the director for the Center for No-Till Agriculture.
Frequent plowing, hoeing, turning the whole area down is not good, because we need to actually help stabilize the structure of the soils. Structural stability is very, very important in soil health building, and that is why we emphasize no-tillage farming. Then we make sure that the soils are covered, pretty much covered all year round. And so, whenever we prepare the land, coming from the natural vegetation, we leave everything on the ground to form a carpet of mulch on the soil surface. And when we have harvested too, we make sure that every part of the crop that is not taken home for food or to sell remains on the ground. And so through these processes, we ensure that there's always some cover.
The techniques are a win-win for both farmers and the environment. Crop rotation ensures soil remains enriched, preventing soil depletion with less reliance on external inputs. Farmers are set for a more sustainable future.
So now we're emphasizing doing minimal disturbance to the soil. We're ensuring permanent cover, and we're ensuring diversity of plant species through our rotations, more especially cereal legume rotations, cereal legume intercropping. But one other unique thing that we're also emphasizing is the use of the right variety. And so we employ farmers to use what we use here to get them to do similarly on their fields. And here we emphasize climate smart varieties. And we have brought in here and demonstrating the drought tolerant varieties, Ope Aburo, and other varieties that are also stress resistant.
The Department of Agric in the Chumanwa-Abinja South District and other adjoining districts have benefited from the project, with extension officers receiving training to spread agroecological knowledge to farmers. This capacity building aspect ensures that the methods are replicated and scaled across more communities. Kwame Yeboah and Henry are extension agents in the area.
So at first, our farmers were using the traditional method. That was the slash and burn method. And through that, it was their yield was declining yearly and after yearly. So when this project was brought here, it has helped our farmers a lot, because this project helps the farmers not to destroy their land. That's minimum tillage or burning their land. So through this project, our farmers have been able to use these cover crops to improve their soil fertility, and for their soil to get more moisture.
We in the Department of Agriculture, Chumanwa-Abinja, are thanking ECOWAS for bringing this agroecological project to our district, which has externalities to our sister district. This agroecological practices has helped we as a department to be able to disseminate in technologies to our farmers easily. Now, farmer-to-farmer extension services has been improved.
A representative of the farmer groups in the district, Esther Insiasari, shares her experience with the PAPISHE project.
Talking about impact on individual members of our association, I will take myself an example. I knew nothing about agroecology. At first, I was into slash and burn method. But as I'm talking to you now, there is no way I'll go back into a slash and burn method, because that one is very costly. You have to buy a lot of chemicals, being weedicide and also fertilizers. But with the agroecology project, this practice, I need not to buy more fertilizers, because now the soil is also always fertile since we have cover crop on the land. So with this practice, it's a good thing we have received from ECOWAS, and we are proud of this project as well.
One of the most impactful technique is no-till technology. This method allows seed to be directly sowed into living mulch, conserving water, preventing soil erosion, and maintaining a healthy environment. Dr. Stephen Yeboah is the project manager for PAPISHE.
So as indicated, we are targeting to reach 600 farmers directly. So far we've reached, according to our data, about 550 farmers directly. So that is a very significant achievement in delivering our project objective. Then in terms of yield increase, our agroecological practices, we have recorded about 38% increase in maize yield compared to the national average of maize, which when translated into income will have significant effects on the livelihood of the people.
With the success of PAPISHE so far, the project's managers are calling for future investment to expand its reach.
So we are very, very hopeful that with additional support in terms of funding, we will be able to scale out these agroecological practices to other areas.
As the world faces increasing challenges with changing weather patterns and food security, partnerships like PAPISHE are showing the seeds for more sustainable future. A report by Mohamed Nurudeen.